It was a really good round of golf. I was really comfortable all day, hit a lot of good shots, and gave myself a lot of looks. Um, and can't help to think on what could have been. Right, obviously I played a really good back nine, but I hit good putts on 11, 13, 14 that didn't go in. A bit of a mistake on 16 with the wedge in my hands, and if that drive on 18 goes about a yard left, I'm looking at going for the green. Right, I mean those are things that if they happen, you shoot an amazing round, but I can't. It, it was a good day. That's all I can say. Did a lot of good things and is trending positively. Hopefully, it just keeps getting better on the weekend.
I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. I think you're probably one of about 4 or 5 players in the world that every time we watch you, it just looks tremendous all of the time. And you can imagine you winning in any given week. For you, a season like you've had, a couple of wins in there, one on either tour, all those top 10s, 11 of them on the calendar year. How do you assess how you've performed this year?
Well, I got pretty tired of hearing, you're having an off year, because maybe I don't know, the standard that I've set is getting you guys used to seeing me win more often, or at least having a chance to win more often. But it wasn't a bad year. I mean, still wins in a lot of top tens. And the one thing that I think would have made it better for myself, at least, would have been having a chance on majors. U.S. Open, I was there, but the other 3, I was non-existent. So to be there on Sunday, at least having a chance, would have made it a little bit better. Plus, you got to think, I'm not making an excuse here, but you got to think, pretty new parents, moved to a new house, got pregnant with their second. So a lot of changes going on in the household and in my lifestyle, right? Just trying to get used to. Went from 0 kids to 2 kids in 15 months. That's quite a bit of a change. So I think based on everything everything that's very positive in my life, everything that's been going on, I've had a good year. Nothing to complain about. Obviously, I would like it to be better, but I think all of us will take what I did this year as a bad year.
I think it's a perfect segue just to ask you one last thing. Again, it's away from the golf today, but hopefully it's interesting for folks at home to know. You mentioned being a father, you are now. How has that maybe changed your perspective on what you do because there's so many fathers in the world. Yes. There's not many pinnacle athlete fathers in the world. How does it change your perspective of a sportsman when you go through that change, a huge change in your life like that?
I'm still getting used to it a little bit, and I think there'll be a period of adapting as my sons get older and understand the situation and what's going on. I said right now, I think it's a blessing because he doesn't care at all what goes on. It doesn't matter. When he sees me and Dad, he just wants to play, and it's very, very refreshing. At home, I've come to enjoy those routines. I'm an early riser, and so is he. So when I'm home, Mom gets to sleep a little bit more, and he wakes up early. I get him out of bed, and we have a good solid hour and a half, 2 hours of father and son time that I don't usually get. And then in the afternoons when I'm done practicing, no matter how tired you are, when your son comes to you, looks and does this, it's everything goes away. And it's helped me separate golf and personal life even more so. And obviously I know what's important and puts things in perspective, but it really has helped separate those aspects in life. And even in tournaments, Sunday at the U.S. Open, horrific finish. My son's there, instantly goes away, right? This helped me transition from maybe upset from a bad round to completely fine and happy very, very quickly. And it's also allowed me to assess my rounds a bit better. I think it's been a year where I've grown a lot, I've matured a lot and learned a lot about myself. So hopefully it's a segue for good years.
Cool insights, Jon. Once again, in great shape going into the weekend. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Jon, that's a brilliant 66 here on round 2. How do you reflect on that?
No, un gran día de golf. Es lo único que puedo decir. He estado muy, muy, muy cómodo en el campo, sobre todo desde el tee. He jugado muy bien y me dan muchísimas oportunidades de birdie. He podido meter muchas y bueno, a ver si podemos seguir jugando así de bien el fin de semana. Yo creo como competidor, ¿no? Y como alguien que se exige tanto como yo, sigo pensando un poco en hoyos como el 11, el 14 y el 13, en los que me he dejado muy buenas oportunidades de birdie y he tirado buenos putts, pero no han querido entrar. Incluso el 16, ¿no? Después de esa salida que he pegado, pegar un mejor golpe a green. Pues ahí, no digo hacer los 4 porque que salga todo bien sería una vuelta fantástica, pero igual 1 o 2 de ellos, quizás alguno de los putts cortos que entrase hubiese sido bueno, un bonus increíble, ¿no? Pero aún así no quita que ha sido un gran día de golf.
You've built some great momentum now heading into the weekend. How key do you think that will be over the next 2 days?
A ver, un torneo no se puede ganar el primer día, ¿no? Pero se puede perder. Como alguien me dijo, creo que me lo decía Maitite, me lo decía Aitite, el Tour se gana en París. Y antes que eso no se gana. Así que ayer fue una buena vuelta de golf que se me complicó, pero pude hacer bajo par. Hoy he jugado muy bien, me he puesto en posición y a seguir jugando bien el resto del fin de semana. Es muy difícil hacer 7 bajo par cada día en este campo, en cualquiera. Así que a ver si lo que he dicho, ¿no? Puedo seguir también de tee a green y seguir dándome opciones.
Thanks for your time.